Now, Avengers Infinity War might well be Marvel's best film to date, and that is thanks in no small part to how good a villain Thanos is. He's big, he's bold, he's powerful. I might indeed have a crush on him. But what if I told you that maybe he's not the first to try and complete his quartz quest? What if somebody else before him had actually tried to unite all the Infinity Stones and control the universe? It sounds pretty bold, doesn't it? It sounds like a massive claim, but there is actually evidence to suggest that somebody's actually done it before him, and we've actually seen him in the films. I'm speaking, of course, about the ruler of Asgard, the father of Thor, Odin. So how can this be, I hear you ask? Well, let's take a look together, shall we? First, let's look at Odin's past. Hela tells us that he used to be a conqueror, and the pair had led a brutal swathe across the universe, conquering multiple realms. It's not actually even speculation, as the films actually show us this point. Then there's the fake gauntlet in his trophy room, and the fact that the dwarves have plans to make such a fitting. Why would he even have a gauntlet if he didn't intend to use it? Now, I know what you're saying, that this one in his trophy room is fake, but doesn't that also show that at one point he at least considered it, or was aware of what such a device could do? But how close was he to getting the stones? Well, a lot closer than you might first think. He knew where the reality stone was thanks to his father hiding it during the first war with the Dark Elves as the Ether. Any successor to the throne would likely be aware of this fact. The Space Stone was hidden in a Nordic village on Earth, a region that worshipped Asgardians as gods when they visited in the past. Therefore, it's not a stretch to say that at some point in time the Asgardians had access to this stone in order to leave it there on Earth. So what actually stopped Odin from completing his quest? What stopped him from uniting the galaxy under his rule? Well, that comes down to possibly the last stone that he tried to collect, the Soul Stone. Remember when Thanos acquires the Soul Stone that he seems to act differently? If you compare his attack on Nowhere to the events after acquiring the Soul Stone, he seems calmer, almost unwilling to destroy anything unless explicitly necessary to his plans. Now, the Red Skull tells him that the stone gives him some form of wisdom. But what it really gives him is a sense of empathy. The Soul Stone imbues within him the thoughts and emotions and hopes and dreams of every living thing around him, and he takes this on board, because what he has now isn't so much wisdom, but it's understanding. What if the stone is the reason why he speaks so softly to Scarlet Witch about her pain? Because he actually understands it now. And what if the same empathy came to Odin too? What if he picked up the stone and finally realized what he was doing? That in fact, maybe uniting the world under one person's rule isn't the right thing to do, because now he could see how much pain and destruction that he'd already caused. And let's not forget that in order to acquire the Soul Stone, you need to sacrifice something you love. So maybe he was finally taking on board all of that guilt that his conquest and ambition was blinding him to. It would also explain why Hela knows what the Space Stone was, as she'd seen it before under Odin's path to control life itself. So if you take this into account and the way that the backstory is told, you could argue that maybe Odin was far more ruthless than Thanos has ever appeared to be. He doesn't want to balance the universe in any way, he wanted to own it. That might explain, therefore, why he keeps the gauntlet, but maybe had destroyed the original one. He keeps it as a fake, as a reminder to his past sins, also as an act of showing anyone who dare oppose him that he definitely has the power, and it could also be used as a trap if anyone were to use it against him. So yeah, quite clever, but also a little bit sad. And there we go, that's a little Avengers theory for you today at home. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments section below, as well as any other theories that you've got and would like to share with us. As always, I've been Jules, you've been awesome, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!